How does it feel going back and seeing this again after all these years?
I just love it because of the fact that it reminded me of why I clicked into it. Like I could see people watching this Reacts video and wanting to go watch this whole video and the curiosity rising of this kind of training again, because it is a very well thought out progressive overload system that absolutely works. Like we said last week, I mean, I looked nothing like his physique when I started, and outside of genetic differences, a lot like it when I was done.
Hey everybody, welcome to It's Just Bodybuilding Reacts. Big Ron Partlow, Dusty Hanshaw, the producer Scott McNally. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and
ring the bell.
Yes, I am mutant.com, born hardcore. Get your all in, get your ISO surge, and everyone get on the gear. Go to iammutant.com, use Dusty20, Big Ron 20. Justin Harris and Steve Kuclo, Project Super Heavyweight. We have talked about this many times.
Let's
roll this.
Justin Harris, I'm Steve Kuclo. This is our training video, off-season training, 2006-2007. As we prepare for our upcoming contest, I'll be doing the 2006 USAs, 2007 USAs.
I'll be doing the 2007 North Americans this coming September.
Basic training, no frills, nothing fancy. Gray sweaty t-shirts, warm-up pants, tennis shoes. You're just going to follow a three-day split. We do squats our first leg day. Next day is chest, shoulders, and triceps.
I wonder what gym they were at here, what powerhouse this was. This is my neck of the woods. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So they've been training together for a few years by this point.
Yeah.
And YouTube had become a thing in 05. YouTube had started, and they upload this stuff and make it and upload it in 07. Okay.
Let's see. We get past there. They've got some legs here. Is there anything in particular you guys want to see with legs? And
I know the squat session. I know the squat session is going to be silly.
Yeah, they lead off with calves always, then hams, and then right into the compound movement.
And every powerhouse gym around here had that exact equipment. Like all the same machines. They had all of the exact same things.
I love those plates. That's what my Golds used to have too. Those are the best plates ever.
Damn.
You can tell how because Dante was really big on taking a wide stance and squatting between your legs, like just dropping in between to get the adductor, the quad, get just as much muscle activation as possible. So when you watch Justin versus Steve, you'll see Justin's got a real wide base.
I see that
on his.
So I saw Steve Kuclo compete a year before this at the Motor City. I mentioned that to you guys before. Oh, wait, what's Justin saying?
High molecular weight carbohydrate, 10 grams of branched chain amino acids, 5 grams of L-leucine, and 3 grams of creatine.
Back in the branch chain days.
10 grams of hydrolyzed whey also.
This is back in the branch chain days before we had the EAA.
And he said he had some hydro whey in there too?
Yeah.
Immediately before I come to the gym, I'll sip on that through my workout, and then I'll show my post-workout shake when we get home.
He's so young there.
Damn. Okay, so he's on his way up here. So what's he do with 4 plates on his way up?
It's just a touch. So just be a couple of reps. 4 or 5 reps.
Look how easy that is.
3, 4. There we go. So 4 with a pause.
Yeah, everything about the DC training is just progressively feeling the weight on the way up, but you don't want to waste any gas.
Yeah. I still am not a fan. I'm not a fan of 1, 2, and even I'm not a big fan of 3-rep warm-up sets. I just like movement. I like movement. I like greasing up the movement,
So you're old.
There we go.
I do the same now, so there you go.
Yeah. So I saw Kuclo. It was 2006, the year before this, and he just walked through the show at the Motor City Muscle Contest.
We do a high-intensity style training, called DC training for the most part. And so our warm-ups are just to get used to the weight. We don't try to tire ourselves out too much. So just kind of a couple reps, make sure we're accustomed with the weight, and then we'll move on.
You turn that up a little bit, Scott?
Yeah. Those too quiet? I'll turn up more next time he talks.
For me.
Yeah. Well, if you can't hear it, then they probably can't hear it either.
Yeah. I could hear it, but I'm
All right.
old, like Dusty says.
Very.
Okay, so 5 plates.
Yep. Probably do like 2 or 3 reps.
2, 3. Okay. So 5 plates is a warm-up. Okay.
Yeah.
I like
know
that
it,
little pause
everybody.
for your brain.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
This is just us getting warm.
You know, I'm really...
Steve was 17 years old here, it looks like. I mean,
Yeah, he looks like a child
he's
still.
actually missing French class right now to do these squats.
He sort of looks... He looks like the chin, the thing he's got on his chin, he looks like this kid that I used to know that drove a lowrider.
Yeah.
Big. There you go. 2. Oh, so Steve's going up too. Jeez. Okay, the kid can squat. Here we are. You know, big dad's going to be a plate heavy.
Last week we tried to progress each week. Last week I did 585 for 8. We typically try to stick around 4 to 6 reps for our first main set. We'll do a back off set of 10 to 12. So I did 8 with 6 plates. And so I was debating whether to go all the way up to 635, but I don't want to only get 3 reps. So hopefully shoot for somewhere in 4 to 6 reps today with 605. And we still try and, go deep. We never try to sacrifice form when we move up in weight. So
Now the fun begins.
So this will be new. I've done 635. I think I did 3 or 4 at my peak last year. So this will be pretty close to the most I've ever done. So this will be a good set, hopefully.
All right,
There you
605.
go. Now, keep in mind that's actually about 900 pounds because he's wearing shoes. 2. Look at those reps. 3. Squatting between his knees. Down between his knees. 4. 5.
Nice.
Damn.
So the idea here with these is he doesn't want to get any help from Steve. So it's like as soon as he tapped him, that set's done. So I'm sure people are like,
Yeah.
oh, he could have had more. He doesn't want to need a spot for more.
Hoping for 4 to 6 reps.
That's
I got
yeah.
6. So that was a good progression. We just focus on small changes every week. We go very hard, very heavy for anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks. And then we back off from anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks. We rest up and recover. Then we'll start off a little bit lower in weight when we build back up, and by the end of the 4 to 8 weeks, we'll be up at a new previous best, hopefully. And that's how keep getting better, keep getting bigger, keep getting stronger. We went up to 5 plates today, 5 plates aside, on our warm-ups without wraps. So if we do 5 plates for our set, we'll always wrap. It's because when you're getting towards that failure point, and your form can start to lag. So what we do is, we typically do rest pause training. We're trying to rest pause 600 pounds, which would be, say I went and did 5 or 6 reps, rack it, take 10 breaths, and try to do more reps, and then rack it, take 15 breaths and try to do more reps would really be impossible. It's unsafe with that much weight. So instead of rest pause on our heavy movements like squats and deadlifts, we'll do a heavy set of around 4 to 6 reps, and then we'll do a back off set of 10 to 12 reps.
I can't remember the last time I did 4 to 6 on squats.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. Like, that's an untouched range for a long time for me. Man, he looks like a kid.
Yeah, he really does. It's crazy to think how far Kuclo took his physique from here, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a maximal set. He's maxing out for sure every rep.
Yeah.
So now we got to do our next set, which would be a back off set of 10 to 12 reps. Now last week I did 5 plates aside for 12, which is kind of the upper limit. So I'll be looking to add weight. I'll have to decide, do I add 5 pounds aside? I got 12 reps last time. Can I add 10 pounds aside? Because 12 is kind of our upper limit, so I don't want to do 5 plates again and get, maybe 13 reps. So probably somewhere around 530, 550 we'll be shooting for 10 to 12 reps. Okay, I'm gonna try this to around 550, 545.
Back up, set with 5.5.
So I've done 500 for 16. But that was when we had a lot of time on the weekend. We took a good break after our main set and went into our Widowmaker.
Just set that as our only set.
Yeah.
There we go. So he said he did 5 plates for 16 before, so he's going to do this week.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit.
Oh, this is just popping, yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to be around 12 here.
Come on. Bam.
So he hasn't even gotten a touch.
When's the last time you watched this, Dusty? Because I know this meant a lot to you back in the day, and this was real formative.
Yeah, back then, I watched it to learn when I first watched these.
Yeah.
And it was also good, not just from the stance of watching how they were doing it, but getting a better understanding of, like, the progression. They did a really good job, I think, of explaining this for a video that was not meant to be 100% informative, You could kind of put together an idea based on what he gave you here if you paid attention.
Yeah.
But it's I haven't watched it since then. I watched it multiple times back then, and then once I nagged Dante into working with me, I didn't need it anymore.
Yeah, yeah. How does it feel going back and seeing this again after all these years?
I just love it because of the fact that it reminded me of why I clicked into it. Like, I could see people watching this Reacts video and wanting to go watch this whole video, and the curiosity rising of this kind of training again, because it is a very well thought out progressive overload system that absolutely works. Like we said last week, I looked nothing like his physique when I started, and outside of genetic differences, a lot like it when I was done. Credit to the same type of training.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. Product of it. And those are those calves that became like some of the craziest calves I've ever seen in my life. Kuclo, if you guys have never seen him in shorts up close, he just always had the craziest calves. So he's just going to crush 4.5 or 455.
He looks so much more confident with this weight too,
Oh, yeah.
And it's not like it's that much lighter.
There's something great, though, I think anybody who does back off sets can attest to is, when you go from your heaviest and drop back, suddenly that very heavy weight, because it's 40 to 90 pounds lighter, feels like a feather in comparison. Yeah. As soon as you unrack it, you're like, oh, good, this is light. It's like, that's not light, just lighter.
Yeah. And now, do they do a Widowmaker now?
I don't know if he does in this videos, but usually you would.
Because I know the 20 rep Widowmaker usually comes in.
Yep, he's doing it. This is cardio.
400 or 500 pounds on your back. Trying to take a breath. You just don't want to do it.
Just holding the weight at the top at that point. Get you out of, people say, we'll rest in between reps and catch your breath. But just holding 500 pounds on your back will get you out of breath. So you don't really get much rest to catch your breath at that point. So now we'll be doing our Widowmaker set, our last set of squats. Shoot for 20 reps.
This is where everyone came to watch.
This for 20 reps a couple times. I kind of tweaked my quad on that last set with 5 plate or 550, and so I'm going to just stay with 4 or 5 or 20, which hopefully is still feeling comfortable.
Let's go, breathe. Catch your breath first. Let's go. Fill that body full of oxygen. Let's go.
Watch how light this looks. It's like comical to see how light 405 looks like after 6.
Good God.
Keep going. Let's go. Good breath. Come on.
Every rep looks exactly the same.
I love his squat stance. Toes pointed out a little bit, squatting down between his knees. That's total leg development, squat stance.
Keep going.
just everything.
That's
Bodybuilder
16 before he needed a pause.
Yeah.
And this is how the Widowmakers work, though. Like, this is what you come for, is, needing to pause and then keep going, and now forcing as many as he can here. He's at 18.
Come on.
And the only reason he stopped there was because he had mentioned the last one, there was, he slightly affected his quad on the last set.
Yeah.
Because there was a little more left there, Wind was more of a problem than strength.
It was very, very difficult sets, especially after 600 pounds, 150 pounds, and other warm-ups, and calves and hamstrings before that.
He smoked.
Yeah. It's time to talk
still-
right now. I always
He still came pretty close to failure there. I mean, I don't know how many reps in reserve.
You do
he
cardio.
had.
No?
Yeah,
Even
you're
though-
definitely not calling that reserve.
Yeah,
That's how long can you hold
maybe
your
a
breath?
couple.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple, yeah.
20 minutes of cardio after all training sessions. I prefer to do cardio in the morning, but I have a treadmill at home, but I had a 3-month-old and a 1.5-year-old, and it's not fair to them, but it's really impossible to do cardio with them because they get up so early. I'd have to get up at 4 to do cardio, and it's my only time of the day to play with them. So.
Justin would, during his cardio for his prep, he would hold his daughter in his hands and walk her doing cardio. So it actually
my lower back workout, pulling 20 pounds.
That's funny. Just driving him out. Boom.
I'm wondering how many people are going to ask about, because we had it muted, why he wrapped his hips. I've had to do that before when I had a hip flexor issue. For whatever reason, just throwing the pressure on it seemed to help.
Yeah.
But I only had it on one side, so I went with like the LL Cool J style and just did the one up,
Oh yeah, he put knee wraps around his hips for some reason.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, he's grinding him out. Gonna get his 20. Hey man, 405 for 20 is no joke,
No kidding.
No.
I think I might
especially
go home
after
and
a
pass out.
couple of maximal sets,
I feel like we're
Yeah,
going
that's the
back
big
in
one.
time here too, because this is what the gym used to look like back then. For me, this was literally like my gym kind of look, and these are the clothes everybody wore to the gym. This is the people you saw at the
I
gym.
won't show leg press. Leg press is really nothing impressive.
So what's
I
this,
had both
another
of those.
leg day?
Full control on leg press.
No, that was
Leg
it.
presses don't really hold a lot of weight. So
Oh, they just
heavy
changed. He just put a different
movements
shirt
really
on.
go heavy and explosive is explosive.
He's marketing. All of this.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Wait,
confused.
this must be they're showing their other workouts, because that would be it. You wouldn't be going back.
I think that's really what we came for, wasn't it? To see that.
Yeah,
how
we
to-
came for the
is-
squats.
Is there anything else you guys want to see in this? I mean, it's a freaking. They've got the full thing up here, literally hours long of the entire Project Super Heavyweight for anybody who wants to watch this. Their back days further up. You got chest in there.
Yeah, no, it's a great little video. So
Yeah,
everyone
the
should
chest
check
is
it out.
equally the chest is equally funny. It's like he benches, I don't know what he benches for his working sets, and then it's a 20 rep Widowmakers with 315.
Yeah.
It's like
It's all press day. So that's the chest children try all in one day. So yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. No, those are good times, man. And like I said, those guys trained together for a while, and I'm positive there was footage of them on like the message boards pre 2005. I'm sure that's where I first saw their footage, because I remember the phenomenon of seeing Kuclo as like a young kid like that.
Yeah.
But Justin can fix any of our or as time goes on, we lose track of when stuff happened. If Justin ever comes on the show, we can definitely straighten out exactly when the timeline was with all that stuff. Is cool. It was a great era.
Yeah, it really was.
And the dawn of like the information age of bodybuilding, like those to have that DVD, because that was what that was like, to see that at the time, would have like we didn't get to see the guys train. Like we weren't able to watch everyone train until this, you know what I mean? And it was so valuable to us. Like we'd be like, you know, people take it for granted now, but we would watch that scene like 10 times just to see like how are the hips moving in relation to the knees and where are his feet and you know, that sort of stuff. And now like people just go, yeah, guys squatting heavy, guys squatting heavy, guys squatting, because we're so bombarded.
Yeah.
So it was the appreciation era, like to call it that. You know, appreciation and motivation, that's for sure. Okay, well, let's see what comes of that one. It's always fun watching those old videos. And like you said, if it's not just for the hairstyles and the little soul patch that Steve had going on there.
The flavor saver.
Flavor saver. There you go. Okay, so remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and
ring the bell.
Ring the bell. That's right. Remember, IamMutant.com, Born Hardcore. Get your all in, get your ice surge, and everyone should get on the gear. Dusty 20, Big Ron 20. You know the codes.
Yes.
Thanks. See you again, guys. It's just bodybuilding reacts.